Hello and welcome. Today we're going to start with Aries, go on through the signs, but there'll be individual videos. Welcome to my channel. This is Magic After Midnight Tarot, and of course I've cleaned these really well and they're turned all different directions. Oh my, let's see. Alright, we're going to shuffle them ready to. Quick over here. Pull out 3 cards for your past, present, future, major arcana. That'll give us the big stuff, and then we'll work on the small stuff after. Alright, Aries. There's no time on this video. You can take from it what you like, and if you stumble on it, I suppose it might have a message for you. Alright, first. You got the Tower from your first card. Card number 1 out. That's your past. Past energy. Present. The Lovers or the Choice. And future. This is the Strength card in the reverse position. Okay, let's take a look at these and see what they have to say about the big stuff. When we know what the Tower means, that means something drastic is about to happen to make a change, or has happened, and change is on its way. It looks like there's been sudden change already. Upheaval, so forth, chaos. That's usually just Source trying to say, hey, you're not listening. So I'm going to just whack you in the back of the head with a hammer, so maybe you get it. That's the past energy. Looks like you're through that already, though, and now you're to the Choice. The Lovers. It's probably a love read. It looks that way. It's about love and harmony and relationships and so forth. It can even be partnerships, things like that. I'm guessing that you had to make a choice, and the Tower forced you to do that. I don't know, maybe there was a third party, what have you, something of that nature. And with the Strength in the reverse position, it speaks of inner strength, self-doubt, things like that. Weaknesses, I'm going to call this, it's almost too hard for you to make this choice. You're having trouble finding the strength to make this choice that you know you've got to make. And if you don't, someone liable to make it for you. For clarifying these, I think I really want to go with that. I really want to go with that one. I want to go with that for ongoing. Let's use the light seers. I like that. Okay. I've already shuffled everything, cleaned everything, but I still need to go over them quickly here, make a cut. Let's see. If I use the Tower here, what happens? I need to know what happens, Spirit. This is Aries. Aries energy. Aries. Aries. I know which one it wants. It's that one right there. Yeah. What I see here is, let me show you the card. But you have to remember how I see these cards. The lines represent souls to me, or spirits, living or past. Yeah, there's 3 of them there. And standing between 2 with 1 ahead. Looks like a choice, alright. You were... yeah. I want to say you were caught red-handed. And One walked away. He said no thank you. He's on his way out. Unconvincible. The other two are standing next to you on either side, both competing. You're still looking at the one that walked away, not at the two next to you. So, and that's Three of Wands. Of course, that's fire energy. That one there, I got you. Stay with this one. I want to know. I don't do reversals on these cards. Still, it's a choice coming. In fact, what this card represents to me, the ravens, I don't know how other people see them, but they're guides. I consider them, they show the way, or the path. And in this card, you have the Six of Swords. But the person in the boat, there are two ways to go here. A group of ravens going this way and a group of ravens going this way. But if you look at the card, there are lines on the ravens saying, yeah, well, guess what? Then the tower, of course, verifies that. You're going this way. So your choice will be made, whether you like it or not, or you must make one. That was in the past. Okay. I'd like to know what's going on with the lovers here. The choice here. I get the tower. That's occurred. What are we left with? And why is the lovers here? I'd like to know what's going on presently for Aries. Aries. Aries, come on. You just don't know what to do. You feel very conflicted. Hard choice. I'm going to wait for one to pop on this next card for the choice. Yeah, but that's quick. Okay, you got the possible Six of Pentacles here. And the Tower again. Don't make the wrong choice. Clarifying the lovers. That tells me that the Tower happened because of the lovers, the choice. It's Gemini energy. And, wow. We got it here. It's here. All right. You know, if you don't get busy and make this choice, another tower is coming. And what you have here, what I'm thinking is, these are competing people. They're competing for your affection. And you don't know how to make a choice. You care for both of them equally. The problem is, you must make a choice. You can't go on like this. Neither of them are going to allow that. And they will. And if you look here at these cards, between these two, the Tower has sat again. Which means if you don't make a choice, they will cause another tower. The two of them. And, you know, this one came first. You're saying, I can't choose, I can't choose. So you go on and sneak it. And the sneaking around is going to cause another tower when they figure it out after you told them that you're not. Perhaps you told them both. I'm guessing you've told both these people that you chose them, but you, in fact, did not. I don't know what's going to cause you to make this choice and accept another big fat tower. In the strength, in the future position. Wow. And that's in the reverse. So you're having real trouble. In the future, you're even having trouble. You're going to wonder whether or not you made the right choice. Well, either one of these people is the right choice. But if you allow it to continue, neither of these people will be a choice. They'll create a tower and you'll be alone. That's what will happen. You know you have to make this choice. You know you have to. You can't keep lying. That's not... The universe won't allow that. What do we have now? Okay. What is strength in the reverse here? Oh, you can't keep procrastinating. You're procrastinating again. You're procrastinating. Now, you're just not seeing either of them while you think. You kind of want to run away from the whole thing. Oh, Aries, come on. You're a strong sign. Why is this so difficult? You're weighing the pros and cons, weighing the tentacles versus the affection or the stardom. This person makes you feel like a star. This person pays the bills. Man, which one are you? In your heart, for real. All right, I need another card for this strength in reverse. Aries, you're so much smarter than this. That's not your style. And there you are. There you are, sitting there. The Emperor, Aries. This is your card. There you are, Aries. Sitting there, looking away from it all. Procrastinating, and then you're the Emperor. Powerful. The problem is, you just refuse. You're not going to make this choice. Wow. You don't want to make this choice, you'll lose them both. Yeah. They're going to cause you so much problem. Oh, I hate to see the rumble in the street in front of your house. Right? Are you ever going to do this? You love them both. But you're conflicted. Two of Wands. And Two of Wands means I can't choose. Look at you fighting the choice. Fighting it. And Wands are, it's sexual energy. Things like that. And of course, Ace of Cups. And that is fire. And it's frustration. It's fire right now. That is frustration. You just, and a refusal. I realize you're stubborn, Aries, but come on, you got to make a choice. I get where you're coming from, but the truth is money can always be made. Can always be made. If, you need to figure out whether you really love them both equally, because I'm not so sure that's possible. Love isn't the sexual act. Love is not the limerence. Love is the future. Love is long term. Love takes a long time. And when you do love, you don't fall out. You also don't fall in. You fall in and fall out of lust. You can't possibly fall out of love. When you love someone, you love them. And trust me, you love them forever. You know it, and you can love them forever. And sometimes you have to make decisions that are devastating to your heart. Just to protect your dignity. Your integrity. Because even love might have to be walked away from because it can't be all there is. But money can be made. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's most important to you. But you will. You're even though it's very hard to do, you're really fighting this the whole thing. I'm guessing this Ace of Cups that you're going to finally relent into making your declaration, and you're presenting your Ace of Cups to one of these people. I would almost suggest stepping on away for a little while, and perhaps neither of them step away. You should step away a little while. Alright, it goes down, and I want to read you a little bit of you put down. Let's move these things upward. Let's talk about this for a bit. See what we're looking at. I want to see what's going to go down for Aries here, what choice he needs to make, or what should he do with that. This is a positive deck here. This deck turns negative things to positive. It gives other kind options. I really like it for that. Okay. What do we have here? Okay. Oh. It's Messenger of Earth. you're going to get a message from someone. And it isn't one of these at all. This is a fire and that's an earth, but that's not the same. This is new. This is new. This is a new option coming in beyond this stuff. Because this is very frustrating for you and you're not so sure what you want to do. You have your Ace of Cups and ready to make a declaration, but it's the last card after all this stuff. Last card. So very possible that your Ace of Cups here you might be preserving for if something better comes along or something new or this fighting continues and they make this decision for you with this Tower, which is very possible. And now you're out there. But you do have, rather quickly, you must be attractive. In many ways. Well, Aries is attractive. They're very intelligent. A little arrogant sometimes, but I like that about them. They deserve it. There's really nothing they can't do. Messenger Earth, and that's probably a good option coming. See if they're, where else is it going to go? That's a new one. And of course the Eight of Earth. That's one who has a pretty good, this messenger has a nice bank account. But there's also, and possibly an earth sign, grounded and so forth. Aries, your fire sign, it would do all right. The problem with that is you've got a 9 of air here, and that indicates that this 8 of earth, this 3 of earth here, sorry about that. The 3 of earth, because it's a 3, I thought it was an 8. Why did I think it was an 8? Because it's a 3, I would suspect that it might be a little flighty or what have you. You're just not sure about it. Well, you should feel that way. They're sending a message, but they're not going forward very quickly because they have a lot of options. You're one of many that they have to choose. It seems now karma has visited you because you couldn't make a choice. Now you're standing there as a choice. They're a valuable commodity, though. Let's see why they have options. And they're not making any choices in this so far. So you have your opportunity to get in that fight. Not first. Okay, your person is climbing here. They're not going to make a choice until they get to where they're completely independent. They become the 9 of earth. The 9 stands on its own. It's an independent soul. They're going to want to, because they have so many options, Aries, because there's so many options, it's very hard to choose. Like, as you have already seen, it's very hard to choose. For that reason, they are going to decide to look inward and see if they are prepared to make a choice that will work for them, which they find out that they're really only carrying a 3 of Pentacles. So they work very hard, hold those options, that gives you time to impress, and then they work very diligently to become the 9 of earth, and it looks like they do. They do. And of course, then you have the 3 of fire. Man, where are we at? 3 of fire at the bottom, 9 of earth, the 2 of earth. Another. Now they whittled that down. 3 of fire. All right, they're moving along. They want to go ahead because fire is a hot thing. Fire if this earth sign has picked up a little bit of fire in their energy, or they have tapped into a little of the fire sign within them somewhere in their chart, they might have pulled up the possibility that they've narrowed down the options to just 2. You are one of them, or it wouldn't be in your cards. Oh. Wow. Yeah. I have a dog back here snoring. You can probably hear it. Okay. The world. That's transformation. And it looks to me like Since it's in your reading, you'll be the choice. Boy, I would be impressing. You'll be have to be very impressed to be the choice. But it looks like you are, but you're gonna have to struggle for that. So you know that karmic. This is the thing here is that you kind of deserve some of this karma for making this all of your effort. It's the price you pay for something good. We don't get anything free. It may not be monetary, but we're gonna pay for it one way or another. All right. Let's see where. Since I know the end result there is the world, let's see where you two as a couple, how you two do. That's an earth sign. They're tender. They may be grounded, but they're tender. They're very tender, Aries. All right. It starts off sweet. A lot of getting to know. This person's very easy to know. And you are too. You're pretty much upfront with who you are. You're an honest person. I don't see any problems with that. So the Seven of Air is a nice. I see a lot of exchange. Yeah, a lot of exchange, and there are animals there, but that doesn't mean anything. That means that this is in these animals. They don't speak our language now, do they? So if you can communicate with them or can have a rapport or some kind of connection with them, that means that it's easy to converse as a couple. You'll have good conversations. They'll roll along easily as if they were meant to do. This is a while down the road, from what I can tell. I haven't gotten any speedy cards yet. I mean, what? That's not the one. Where is it? Which one? That one. Okay. That's it. And that's the four of it. Okay, that's a nice settling down. That's a nice settling down of the two of you. In fact, I know it's an air, but air works out pretty well. You'll laugh a lot. They're looking at each other. Look at that. Sitting, what looks like they're sitting and having a conversation. Do you see that? You'll have a lot of talks. Get to know each other. Honestly, get to know each other. And because this is the representations are in the air, that flows nicely. Because we're talking about an earth and a fire sign coupling. Someone that's fiery and someone that's earthy in the general nature of your sun sign. But maybe the two of you, I wouldn't be surprised if both of you have placements in your upper part, in your rising and your Venus, or perhaps your moon. Both of you have air in there somewhere in the more important parts of the zodiac chart. That's why the conversation is like air, like breathing. It's that easy. That conversation is like breathing. And you have the Queen of Fire. Well, that'd be you. Yeah, your fire comes in out. Or you might have some stumbling blocks there. The Queen of Fire is a ruler. That's one of you is going to have to go ahead and make the move. And I think that would be you because it's a fire. You might have some heated arguments or some heated discussions. If you handle those well, and just remember, Aries, no one has to think like you, and you don't have to think like anyone else. It's not a requirement to force someone to say, all right, you're right, okay. That's just, what did my grandpa used to say? Man convinced against his will, of the same opinion still. Okay. And the moon. Okay. I suspect you two will have plenty of evening moments. Quietly. I would consider that intimate because it's under the moon, it's quiet. It's kept between the two of you. I don't see this person as being someone that runs around telling all the girlfriends everything about your junk, okay? And Aries, no, they don't do that either. They don't do that. I don't see any major problems here. No fighting, nothing like that. Where you're getting overjealous and beating people up in a bar over her, which I've seen Aries become, and it shocked me that they got a little heated like that. Okay, here we go. And here's down the road. We got that was flipped right over. There's the religious card. This person, you'll probably ask this person to move in or marry or something like that. Hierophant is a seal the deal kind of thing. It's divine. This is saying the divine words, making the divine commitments, things of that nature. It's watched over by the Hierophant, or the Hierophant will come out for those reasons. And in this read, because it's a love read, just take what you learned from those other two that created two towers. Don't let that happen with this. You are capable. You're smart. Always think before your temper flares. Because I know things get broken at your house when there's an argument. There'll always be little tiffs in the road, little heartbreaks and little sadnesses, but you can make this person feel better. Now, this is an earth sign, I'm guessing. Earth signs tend to be easy. They're easygoing, and they're meticulously organized. Their bank book's always on time. Everything's always right. And they will have to have control over how the money is spent. They are very, very organized about that. It would be nice if you allow that, or at least work with them. Don't just hand it over, but don't just not let them see it either. You'll have a problem. That'll be a problem there. If you can't have a joint bank account and work together, paying your bills, that's going to be a problem there. That'll cause you a problem. But, in tarot, when we do tarot like this, what it does is it helps you to figure out how to resolve these conflicts with another set of eyes, or with some knowledge about how things might happen, because your sign might be capable of these things and those things. I teach my students that ride horses, my riding school students out here. When I'm giving training with them, I always try to use the element that their sun sign is in. I'll do a quick zodiac chart on them, find out their sun, their moon, and their ascending. That's really all I need. And I'll get a good idea of the elements by which I'm going to be teaching this person. Each element, and therefore, each element is very different. All the fire signs are easier to get frustrated. And they can get very hot-tempered, and they get angry if they're frustrated. So they either quit or they turn into very hard to handle trainers or riders, because they want to fight over it. The horse, you're not going to win against a horse. They're going to kick your ass. You're just going to have to. So I use the element to teach them, because what it does is it tells me how they learn. So you've learned some things, and when you're watching this, you get an idea on how to handle some of the things that very well may come up in this particular relationship. Oh, no, I got you that one. I know this again. And it will be resolved very nicely. 4 of Cups, 4 of Water. That means this will flow, because you have this knowledge, knowing that, that could be a source of contention. But if you can keep it amicable between the two of you, no one has any dominion, it will flow beautifully. That person, him or her, they will work with you. And okay, as long as, hey, listen, I just want to be a part of. Let them make some decisions. When I'm working with the horse, in fact, I want them to be my partner, not my slave. So I'm not going to hit them when they're running. They're already running. I'm not going to scare them or frustrate them so much, for punish them for doing what I asked. Or I'm going to ask them to be my partner, not allow them to make some decisions when we ride. It makes a better connection. I'm giving them treats. I'm paying them for the work they're doing, not just forced them to do it. Same applies. The same kind of thing applies here. You have to just consider how you might feel about it. That's all. I know. I see the two. I see that one too. All right. See if we have any upsets in this. And it'll flow beautifully. You see that? Your pinnacles are starting to build. Now you're building. You already built up to this point, but now you're together. And things are together. You're starting to build together. And they're coming along with you. And you're coming along with them. That's nice energy. All right, now let's see what happens. Are we going to have any upsets in this situation? Is this going to be are there going to be major problems? Nope. You're building more. You went from Four of Pentacles because you're agreeing and you're getting along. You're allowing each of you equality in the situation. Now you've gone from Four of Earth very quickly to Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is where you want to be. That's the full blending. So, you already have all this beautiful water flow here. A good rapport on how to manage your finances. You're prepared probably to buy a home here. Wow. Doing very well. That's a real quick leap right from 4 to 8. You're building fast. And the two of you, no one builds fast unless they can flow together, work together. So I see a lot of good communication skills here between the two of you. And I see a building where, okay, that one there. And there it is. The love. There's the love. We're going to stop right here because it ends right there. You're on your way, doing well how you communicate. And then you also have that's the true love card. Okay? That's it. That's the jackpot. I mean, I would look for another one, but I think you should end here. Because I don't want to go too far. There should be some mystery ahead. And if I get in too far, circumstances with the world and the state that it's in and unemployment rates and COVID and all the other stuff that just is changing things for all of us all the time, probably would get in the way at some point. But I am going to pull an inspiration card for you and see how it fits here, because these really are interesting cards. I found that almost every read that I've done, and right now I'm concentrating on doing longer, more in-depth spreads for each sign. And then I want to go live, because then I can really read people. I can read people much easier. I'll be able to hone in on one person's energy or all of their energy and combine it and figure out which energy is going to cover the most people the best. You know, because a lot of things look different, but they're actually the same. They just look different. Well, if I can get all those energies in and figure out the common denominator, I might be able to help more people. That's kind of the goal. All right, what do we got here? That one right there's good. Which is that? I gotta get my glasses on. These are small. I like these. Oh, regrets. You know, this is going to go just exactly right. Because I know that you think you might have regrets over your decision up here, or the decision that gets made up here. But you won't have regrets when this starts happening. Because you did what you probably needed to do here, or they did it for you, you will have a little bit of that karma, so they probably did it for you. But the transformation is here and it's growing. Okay, regrets. Let's see what we got here. It's hard to see that. Regrets. We've all made mistakes. And sometimes we may lie awake at night playing them over and over in our minds. But there is nothing to be gained from focusing on things we cannot change. Instead of wallowing in regrets about the past, it's better to learn from our mistakes, accept them, and take from them what we can use and bring these lessons forward into the positive future. I accept my past regrets and am a better person for it. I am moving forward and leaving my regrets behind. You know what I'm going to say? They'll only be regrets until you turn them into wisdom. Then they're no longer regrets. Once you've applied that information, turned it into wisdom and applied it, which you will do here, it's not a regret anymore. Now, it was a tool going forward. It leaped you forward. It gave you more strength or more character. And right under that it says new friends here. Whether moving in to a new place, or just looking to widen your social circle. Widen up, don't you think? The time can come to prioritize making new friends. Often, this seems difficult, and breaking the ice can take some courage. But being open and friendly to new people is not as daunting as it may seem. It is a level playing field when you relax. Be yourself and listen generously. People are drawn to you. I that's an absolute. I'm a good listener and have interesting things to say. I can relax and be myself around new people. I know you can because look at this. Well, obviously, that's pretty relaxed, right? Good reading, Aries. I hope you're around I hope you come around when I get to go live. I don't know how long that'll take. I'm just starting to build here. So when it gets going, I certainly hope you join me for some interesting conversation, real conversation in real time. Then we can answer questions. Then we can talk to people and answer questions. All right. Thank you, Aries. Hope you join us again. Good luck with this, by the way.